is the taste of what you're going to see now. Mr. Vince Taylor, come on up and give yourselves a round of applause for him. What's up? How you guys doing? I got to say, first of all, thanks to Coach for asking me to come out and speak to such a magnificent crowd. You know, I was so excited to come out here this afternoon, because I was told I was going to be standing in front of greatness. And as I look out here at you guys, that's what I see. I see greatness. You guys got a special thing going for you. I don't think you realize it yet. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Let me explain something to you guys. I can't talk if you guys are going to talk.
Yes.
I just want to take a few minutes of my time to enjoy some of you guys' time. I'm headed to another country in a few days, but I thought it was very important for me to come here and see you guys. You guys are the future of this world. You guys are the future of your communities. You guys are stewards. You guys are friends. You guys are teachers of the person sitting beside you. I think if you take yourself seriously and think about what I just said, it's a very big, very huge burden that you're going to carry. You see, life is serious, and at the same time, it's fun. But you guys are going to change the world, one person at a time. I got a doctor here. I got a lawyer here. I got a senator back here. I have the next principal of this high school somewhere in this audience. A teacher, perhaps. So you're exactly right, me. Point to yourselves and understand I'm talking to each and every one of you, because the future is so big and you guys will control your future. Don't fear anything. I understand you guys got an FCAT test coming up. You hear the word test, and some of us are kind of nervous. So you're nervous? Well, I tell you, sometimes nervous is good. But I'm going to tell you a little story. And I want everybody to listen to this, because I want you to understand how you're going to be ready for Monday. Because this story is going to be about you, but it's going to be about something a little bit bigger. You guys ready? And after I finish, I would love for you to put your thinking caps on. Okay? And I want you to see where you belong in this story. I'm going to start right now. Everybody listening, right? Yes. Okay, here we go. In a faraway land, a young man was in China. And he was sitting out in the garden, and he was looking at this beautiful tree. This tree was so large, so beautiful, he could not take his eyes off of it. So as he was sitting there, he was thinking, once I go back to America, I like to put that tree in my backyard. This tree is bigger than this school. This tree is way up there. So as he was sitting on the bench, he saw a couple of seeds. A few seeds sitting on the ground. You guys seen seeds from a tree all the time, probably. He picked the seeds up. He put them in his pocket with the thought that he was going to take these seeds home and plant them, because he wanted one of those trees. It's called a bamboo tree. Bamboo. Yeah. There you go. Bamboo stick came from the tree. As he put the seeds in his pocket, an older Chinese fellow walked up behind him and asked him, "Where are you going with those seeds?" He thought about it. He said, "Well, I'm taking them home. I'm going to plant these seeds in my yard because I want a tree just like that. One out here. I love this tree." So the Chinese guy looked at him and said, "I'll tell you what you got to do. You have to take this tree and you have to plant it in some very rich soil. You have to give it light and you have to give it water every day for 5 years. If you miss 1 day in 5 years, that tree is going to die." He says, "Wow," that's what he said. "Wow, 5 years? Can I do that? Can I stay with something that long to make sure it's going to grow?" So he said to himself, "I'll do it." So he comes back to the United States. He's back at his home. He puts the seeds in the ground in an open field in the neighborhood, probably like some of you guys' neighborhood now, on the corner. And he walks by every day. The neighbors are walking by and they see, we're going to call him Joe. They see Joe sitting in the lawn because he just planted his seeds in the nice fertile ground. He's got the sunshine shining there all the time. And the rain and the water is perfect. Everything is perfect. So he plants the seed. He sits there and he watches the ground for the first week or so. Nothing happens. And the neighbors are asking him, "Whoa, Joe, we see you sitting out there in the grass every day. What are you doing?" He said, "Wow, I just planted a huge tree. It is amazing, most beautiful tree you've ever seen." He said, "Okay, we can't wait to see it grow." So he waited. Every day, Joe walked out to that spot. He took his little chair and he sat there and he waited to see something happen. The first year went by, nothing happened. So Joe's out there every day. The neighbors are walking by. "Joe, how's it going?" Joe's waiting. "I'm fine. He's just sitting here waiting for my tree." People started looking at Joe and they started laughing at Joe. Joe's sitting out there in the grass looking for a tree, an imaginary tree. What's happening with this tree? What's right with Joe? Year 2 went over. No tree. Year 3, 4. And the neighbors were going like, "Hey guys, you remember old Crazy Joe? Crazy Joe's sitting over there still waiting on that tree." So they were talking about Joe. They talked about Joe and they just made jokes about Joe. But Joe didn't care. Let me tell you guys. Joe had it in his mind and in his heart that he was going to have that tree. He was determined to make it happen. He had done everything he needed to do. He was told to fertilize the tree, give it sunshine, and give it water, and it shall grow. Well, year 5 came along, and all of a sudden, one day the ground started breaking. Within 6 weeks, the tree grew 90 feet tall. Yeah, 90 feet tall. The neighbors came around the corner and said, "My gosh, last night it wasn't here, but today it's here. What happened? How did this happen? It's magic." So, no, it's not. The tree grew in 6 weeks. It grew 90 feet. There you go. So let me ask you guys something. How long did it take that tree actually to grow?
5 years.
5 years?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
5 years.
Nope. Nobody back there has an idea. Just shout it out. That's great. See, your minds are working. Good job, guys. Your minds is working. The answer is it took 5 years. And you know why it took 5 years? I got you. Because under the ground for those 5 years, 1 through 5, roots were taking place. Roots were going to determine how strong and how big this tree is going to become. It needed water because it's very important for the growth of the plant. One step at a time. Every step that you guys will make will have a great impact on your life. Every step takes you to the next level. But remember I said it took patience. It took perseverance. It took a will. It takes a desire. All of you guys have this. And when God is on your side, and when you know you have a big deal coming up, come Monday, when you walk into the schoolroom, I want you to come in here not by yourself. Because when you wake up, I want you guys, before you go to sleep, you just ask God to help you. Okay? Ask God to help you. And I guarantee you, you're going to be all right. All right, guys? Don't fear anything. All right? Don't fear anything. Because just like that tree and just like the roots, you guys have been in school. You've been learning. You've been doing your homework. You've been listening to lessons, your teachers. And what they've done is they've given you the understanding that everything they're going to ask you about on Monday, guess what? You already did it. Don't be afraid of this. It's like going swimming for the first time. You've seen water all the time. And until you jumped in it, you're like, wow, it's nothing to be afraid of. Might be a little chilly. Okay? But now you're in there swimming around like a little fish. You're happy. But before that, you were so afraid to get your toes wet. Don't be afraid of Monday. And after Monday, don't be afraid of anything that says test. Because I want you guys to do yourself one big favor. And this is it. When you wake up in the morning, every morning, when you look into the mirror, I want you guys to ask yourself one question. Okay? Did I give that person looking back to me in the mirror Did I give that person everything they needed to have a great day, a successful day? When you see your friends doing their homework, have you asked them how they're doing? Have you asked them, can I help you? Are you too busy walking around, want to be the big guy? You know, you want to fight somebody because you need other things to do? I used to think that way too. I thought that if I was a big guy and I got to fight everybody and I'm going to get my respect, it's not the way to go. Because see, I got some pretty good sized muscles. Okay? I thought the bigger muscles I get, nobody's going to mess with me. But guess what? Somebody else got bigger muscles. And you know what? Out of all the muscles and all the meanness and trying to be evil and fighting everybody, the thing that's going to get you from here to here is going to be that smile. You can kill a person with kindness and never lift a finger. Okay? Remember that. Use your energies wisely, guys. Think about where you're going in life. Think about there's no magic in life. Everything you're looking for and reaching for, continue, please, to reach for it higher. Because one day, if you get an idea, and that idea is very serious to you guys, you stick to it. Because one single idea can make the light that makes your mind go, wow. Okay? That's your imagination. These are just my fingers. That was your imagination, because I want you to think. Okay? I want you to think the power of your imagination. Because those who saw the red light tells me that your dreams can come true. Think about it. Okay? So I'm going to be quiet now, guys, and leave you alone because I just had to come here today. It's raining outside, but let me tell you, you guys are worth every minute I had to drive, and I hope the success for all of you. Okay?